It is a Christmas miracle all the way to D.C. We know Cedric likes to track the Christmas trees, don't you?
Well, yeah, and he's out there in it, in the winter weather right now, Cedric.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's like the movies, you know, the Christmas trees with the snow all on them. We see a lot of those scenes out here. Of course, we're at the base here of Big Cottonwood Canyon now, gearing up for what will be the largest winter storm the Beehive Estate has seen so far this season. And some folks will be seeing feet. Yes, feet of snow. But right now, as you can see behind me here, we've got some leftover snow. This is all from this past weekend, but it was a nice, healthy couple of inches. Of course, you know, a couple of these ski resorts are open up this way now, and a few more will be happening, obviously, after this storm. I can almost guarantee you that. And in fact, we'll be making our way up to some of these ski resorts here a little later on this evening as the new snow begins to fall with this new storm system. So let me show you what's going on. Here's the latest here with the winter weather alerts. I know you want to know what's going on with that. So here you go. If you're shaded in pink, you are under a winter storm warning. That is significant because if you are located in the pink shaded area, that means that you are likely going to see, on average, 1 to 2 feet of snow with this storm coming in here over the next couple of days. Yeah, that's right, 1 to 2 feet. Some isolated areas will get up to 3 feet of snow. If you're shaded in purple, you could see several inches of snow as well. That includes places like the lower elevations of the Wasatch Back, over towards places like Castle Country, where you're likely, like around Price. Yeah, you're going to see some snow from this as well. So a lot of folks are going to be looking like a winter wonderland after this storm system moves through. And then, of course, after it moves through, even down towards the valley floors in places like the Salt Lake Valley could end with some snow by the time we get towards Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. All right, let's get you to the radar right now because as you can see, all is mostly quiet across the northern half of the state. We're starting to see some moisture trying to sneak in from the west and southwest, but as we expand the view out to show you the south and west of us here, that's where our storm system is, moving into California there, and all of that moisture and that storm system has to move by before we start to dry things out and clear things out, and that's not going to happen until about Wednesday at midday and afternoon hours. So let's talk about the precipitation chances for tomorrow. If you have to go anywhere for your Tuesday, just know you're going to have to need either the umbrellas, the winter coats, or a mixture of both out there because we're going to be looking at some heavy rain at times in the valleys, and it is going to be a cold rain. And then in the higher elevations, we're talking about a very heavy, wet snow that's going to come down in buckets there as we go throughout the day because we're going to see that moisture continuing to stream on into the area. And in fact, you're probably wondering, where's this moisture coming from? It's always been so dry with the past couple of storm systems. Well, let me show you. It's something called the atmospheric river. We've been talking about that last week. Well, it's finally made its way on down to the area. That atmospheric river is going to provide all that moisture from the Pacific Ocean, and that's what's going to lead to all of this heavy rain and potential heavy snow. Liquid equivalent, we're probably talking 1 to 3 inches of liquid across the area. Now let's talk about your wet weather potential here as we go throughout the time frame to give you a better idea of the timing. Again, starting tonight and going all the way through, let's say, Wednesday midday, that's your prime time for precipitation. And notice it wraps up quickly just in time for the holiday. So as we look at your futurecast, you'll be able to see between now and tomorrow morning, the rain, the snow, it increases across the Beehive State. And by tomorrow morning, we're looking at widespread heavy snow in the mountains and heavy rainfall showing up in the valleys. And that will continue throughout the day. And then a front works its way through Tuesday night, bringing colder air, dropping snow levels down to the valley floors. And we could see this ending as snow Wednesday morning, even across the valley areas, maybe even a little lake effect. So as far as snow accumulations go, we're talking about potentially, again, several feet of snow in the mountains with several inches showing up in the valley. It is going to coat the Beehive State with a lot of winter wonderland scenes across the area. The good news is Thanksgiving Day, cold but dry here across portions of the northern half, and then across the south, we're looking pretty good as well with, again, quiet conditions and warmer conditions. So as we take a look at your 7-day forecast in St. George, we're looking at pretty good conditions here. Once we get past this storm, especially as we get towards, let's say, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then 7-day forecast for the Wasatch Front, rain and snow likely for your Tuesday, especially in the mountains, ending as snow even in the valley floors by Wednesday, and Thanksgiving Day looking pretty good. Hey, before I toss it back to you guys, you know I'm from Dalton, Georgia. There's something I've always wanted to do. I saw it on Home Alone too, and I've always wanted to do this, but I've never made a snow angel. So let's see how we can I don't know. Let's see. I might regret this a little later, but is this the proper procedure? I don't know. A Southern guy here in Utah doing snow angels? Just always wanted to do that. I may regret that though later, guys, because this is cotton I'm wearing on my pants, and it doesn't feel too good right now. Just saying. Back to you.
He's wearing cotton.
You got
No.
he'll learn. He'll learn.
A one-winged.
Yeah.
You got to put
It
the
was-
microphone on your chest to get
No,
both
that was
arms
good
out.
work. That was good work. Practice makes perfect.